Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I have the Bridgeford Foods tip of the day for you, and it was one that will save you a few dollars and turn some used baits into good usable baits that you can catch more fish on. So I know most of you, when you go out fishing, if you're throwing soft stick baits like this Berkeley General or a Cinco or whatever your favorite soft stick bait is, when the bite is good, you can blow through a ton of baits in a day. In this case, this is a Texas rigged one that I have, and I'm just changing over some baits on some of the rods that I got, that I have still rigged from an event I just got back from. And like, this is not something that I necessarily want to have rigged up at the moment, and I'm taking it off. But this bait now, so technically a lot of people would throw it away. What I recommend doing, and you can do this, when you're out in the boat and you've got a bunch of old soft stick baits that you have gone through that are piling up in the bottom of the boat, save them, because you can turn them into perfectly good Ned rigs. I mean, really, in this case, the hook was in the middle of the bait. If I just cut that bottom chunk off, I've got, a perfectly good Ned rig. So I'll rig that up. And that bait right there is a perfectly good Ned rig that will catch you tons of fish. Now, if you want to spruce it up a little, what I recommend doing is taking the bait. And this is a tip that I got from a YouTube subscriber, Dave Huggins, I believe is his name. And this is how he saves a bunch of his used plastics and turns them into perfectly good baits. So in this case, you take your bait and you take your scissors, and all you got to do is cut the bottom up a little bit, and you'll be left with almost like a tube jig type bait that you can put on your Ned rig. And this, this was one he mentioned probably about a month ago, and I've actually done and tried with several baits now. So if you cut it up like that, just put some like 1-inch slits in it. Again, slide it up onto your favorite Ned rig hook. Slide it up, and now you've got a different version of a Ned rig with like a tube jig type effect to it. And I've just turned a used Berkeley Maxcent General into two perfectly good Ned rig style baits. Both of these will catch you a bunch of fish. I just actually used this style one on a bedfish at the recent Lake Murray event that I caught. It's just a great way to save you some money. You've got a ton of baits that you're going to go through, and you can turn those into good usable baits. It's a simple trick, and it works just fine, guys. So give it a try. Do not throw your used baits out. If you've got a bunch of soft stick baits, you can turn them into perfectly good baits. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it saves you a few dollars. Thanks to those out there in the YouTube subscriber world for sending tips like this in, because I enjoy sharing it with the rest of you. Stay tuned for more tips, guys. I appreciate watching. This was the Bridgeford Foods tip of the day.